Fan of Invincible. I'm really excited for the show. I've really been loving it. From Battle Beast to General Craig. If you know what's going to happen with that, that's going to be fun. Um, I wish they wouldn't have killed off Thula so fast, though, but beggars can't be choosers. But as an Invincible fan who's read the comics, I'm, like all people, boring my friends with it in Discord, sending them messages, almost spoiling stuff for them. But one thing I can't wait for is the scene. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the scene in 110, issue 110, and I'll put up a little screenshot of it. I won't do all of it, but this pretty much sums up what's happening. Um, and if you don't know about it in the comics, Mark gets assaulted, and there's never really like justice for it. I should say, like there's never nothing really comes from it. It's just like, oh yeah, that happened, and Anissa, I guess, well, I don't want to spoil it, but she eventually apologizes for hurting Mark and Eve, but doesn't apologize for the assault because I guess you'll see if the show or read the comics, then you know. Um, but I don't think Invincible fans are really ready for that, um, even if it's a woman on a male thing, because in the comic it is actually very graphic. Well, as graphic as it can be. It actually it shows like these blacked out characters, but you can get the poses and the dialogue is still there, and it's very heavy dialogue. And like I said, Anissa just really doesn't care about it. So, and Mark is actually very traumatized about it. It's not one of those things that like normal comics where it's like, oh yeah, my wife was stuffed in the refrigerator. I just got over it like 2 weeks later. This is a very big deal that happens, and I don't know if they'll put it in the show mainly because maybe they'll skip over it. But if they do cover, they seem like they're covering mostly everything. Just like, taking out a few bits here and there that don't really need to. But that's kind of a huge part of the story because during the end of it, there's another part of the story that happened. Again, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but yeah. So I'm very curious how they're gonna handle it because she is animated and she is one of the main Viltrumites. So I don't know if they'll kill her off. I mean, they killed Thula off, but she didn't really have a big part to play in it. And this is like she makes it all the way until um, I'll say she makes it all the way to the end. So, well, like I said, maybe they'll kill her off, but I doubt they'll do the scene. Maybe they'll cut away from it or not make it as graphic or do something. But yeah, I don't think people are ready to see that, especially given how big the show is and how how people are praising it and stuff like that. But I feel like an assault scene like that may be kind of weird. It's kind of like Blood of Zeus season two almost had one of those, but Ares and Persephone. It didn't get as graphic, but it still got a little graphic. Castlevania, they had one with well, almost with Alucard, and he killed those two siblings. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious about what they're going to do with it, and at the same time, if they're going to do it. But I don't think the fans are ready for it. Again, I don't know how long the show will be for, if they'll even get to it, or if it will get canceled. But if you know, you know. So yeah. This isn't really played up for jokes. Like Mark is actually traumatized. There's the panel of him half naked. I believe he cries, which is very sad. He fights back. He verbally says no. It's drawn, and yeah, it's just a whole